Hello and welcome back to the Solihull Radio Rock Show. That was the Mead song there by Brothers of Metal. I thought it was a really cool way to start it. Yeah, I heard that song a few weeks ago and I thought, that's cool. I'll open with that at some point. And so here we are. So I am Jake, the host for the next 2 hours. You'll be hearing some great rock of very different, well, hopefully very different types. The first hour, as anybody who's heard this show will know, tends to be my heavier side, whereas the second hour tends to be a little more of the light stuff. So, as is kind of typical of this show, I am going to just, give you a little bit of a swears warning that there may be some bad language in some of the songs coming up, so here you go.
Now, there might be a few naughty words in this song, but we know you'd never repeat them.
There you go, you have been warned. So, carrying on the kind of power metal stuff that I played to start with, we have now got Glory Hammer with Quest for the Hammer of Glory.
To the faraway mountains, many goblins and trolls, for the hammer of glory. The snow keeps on falling as I ride to the north. I set out on a journey so far. I've been on my way thenceforth. My armor and weapons now covered with us. Many battles have they seen, but onwards I must strive to defeat the foes of the
There you go. That was Glory Hammer there with the quest for the Hammer of Glory. So anybody that hears this show regularly knows this is a request show. So if anybody has a burning desire to hear a song, then you can email me at studio@solihullradio.com, or you can text in. You text studio and your chosen song to 82228, but that will cost you the standard network rate. While you're there deciding on what song you want me to play, I am going to play you another song. This is going to be Freak Kitchen with Morons.
Why do we let morons rule the world? Why do we let morons do the damage that they do? Why do we let morons rule the world? Because I'm a moron too, and so my friend are you. I'm a moron too, and so my friend are you. So my friend, are you? Why do we let morons rule the world? Why do we let morons rule the world? Why do we let morons do the damage that they do? Why do we let morons rule the world? Because I'm a moron too.
Freak Kitchen there with Morons, so I hope you enjoyed that. So we're going to carry on with the playlist, so to speak. Just a little quick preview of what's to come. Like I said a minute ago, the first hour is usually the heavier stuff, the second hour is usually the either weirder or lighter stuff, it depends on how I'm feeling. And in the second hour we will be having our album of the week, which is Queen over Phlegathon, which is a bit of a mouthful, but you'll get to hear it in a bit. So, carrying on with our heavier side of things, we have Typo Negative with The Dream Is Dead. So, there you have The Dream Is Dead by Typo Negative there, another classic quality band for you. So, I am currently sat here in the latest incarnation of the Solihull radio studio. It is much better than I thought it would be, so it's hopefully the shows are going to get better and better. So if you want to try some other programs, go ahead and over to the Listen Again and just have a play around, see who's on there. You never know, you might find your new favourite show. Apart from this is always going to be your favourite, obviously. So next on my list, I'm going to play something that you probably don't hear all that much of, and that's Tool. They have an album coming out, hopefully in August. They've been promising one for the last, since 2006 really, so they've been saying for a while. They've been kind of hinting at this and kind of building up to it for the last, I'm going to say 4 years. So I'm going to play a bit of classic Tool for you in the hope that maybe we'll get an album of the week of Tool sometime in August when it's released. So this is Stinkfist. They go a bit of Tool there, something you probably don't hear every day, particularly not on the radio, as they don't tend to get a lot of radio play. Mainly because of the length of their songs. As anybody who listens to this show regularly will know, I don't really pay attention to the whole radio length of songs. If I've got a really good song, I'm going to play it all the way through. So that's why you tend to have a few longer ones. In fact, there's a couple of long ones coming up in the second half, but they're definitely worth listening to. I know I'd say that anyway, but honestly, some of them are fantastic. But coming up next, we've got another slightly more progressive song. This is Symphony X with Eye of Seduction. There you go, that was Symphony X there with Eye of Seduction. So, just a little reminder out there, if anybody has any songs they would like me to play, then just email me on studio@solihullradio.com, or if you're on a phone, you can text me. You just text studio and your message to 82228, so that's 82228, along with the song you would like played. So, on with the playlist. We have a band that I've come back out the woodwork despite one of the founder members passing away, quite unfortunately, and that is Static X. And they are about to tour with a new singer, and I've already booked a ticket to see them because I'm a bit of a fan. But just for the like a reunion tour of their first album. But I'm going to play you a song not off their first album. This is off, I think it might have even been their final album, and this is Black and White. There you go, that was Black and White there by Static X. So, on a kind of, not say a similar theme, a similar kind of style, with that kind of 90s sound. We're going to play a song now by Solihull, and this is a great cover of Black Betty, that classic song, and it's a really cool version of the song, so here we go. There you go, that was Solihull's rendition of Black Betty there, which I think is a really cool version of it. Just a short, sweet song though. So next up on my little playlist, we have Revolution Is My Name by Pantera, another classic 90s band. And this song has got some great little guitar solos in, so enjoy. There you go, that was Revolution Is My Name there by Pantera. So we have our first request of the evening, and this is for Josh, the long-time requester on this show, and this is The Golden Horde by Battle Beast. So, enjoy.
Like a ghost in the night, without any light, they run through the steppes and the wilds. A dangerous life, we are the golden horde. A new day is finally breaking. The sun rises up from the east. A terrible Lord is assembling. Ready, go! Our arrows they darken the skies, raining down like on hellfire's eve. We scatter them into the wilds. Pursue, kill, let no one alive. Like a ghost in the night, without any light, they run through the steppes and the wilds. A dangerous lot, we are the golden horde. Fire and steel will make them kneel, touching their temples with ease. Unstoppable force, we are the golden horde. Faster than north wind we're moving. No tyrant can stand in our way. We ambush from chasms and ravens. Hit, run. A feast for the gods will be waiting. Spoils will be shared equally. Honor for those who have fallen. Bounce up like a ghost in the night, without any light. They roll through the steppes and the wilds. A dangerous lot, we are the golden horde. Fire and steel will make them kneel, touching their temples with ease. Unstoppable force, we are the golden horde. Burn into the ground. Like a ghost in the night, without any light, they roam through the steppes and the wilds. A dangerous lot, we are the golden horde. Fire and steel will make them kneel, touching their temples with ease. Unstoppable force, we are the golden horde. We are the golden horde.
So, that was The Golden Horde there by Battle Beast for Josh. I hope you enjoyed that. It was a nice little bit of power metal there for everybody. So, next on my list, we have a song called Hard to See. This is by Five Finger Death Punch. They're a band that are a little bit Marmite, but some of their songs are alright. So this is Hard to See. There you go. That was Five Finger Death Punch there with Hard to See. So now we're going to have one final song before we have a bit of news and then go over to the lighter half of the programme where we'll play some other kinds of rock music rather than just the heavy stuff. So to close out this half, we're going to have the fantastic Nevermore with I, Voyager.
From the Sky News Centre at 6. From the Sky News Centre at 6. The man who led the inquiry into Russian meddling in the last US election says he's confident if Donald Trump hadn't committed a crime, he would have said so. Robert Mueller's report cleared the Trump campaign of collusion, but didn't decide whether the president had tried to obstruct justice. Boris Johnson's representatives say a case being brought against him for a claim he made during the Brexit referendum is a political stunt. The former Foreign Secretary is being accused of misconduct in public office after saying the UK gave the EU £350 million a week. Marcus Ball set up an online crowdfunding campaign to pay for the legal action. His lawyer is Giles Bright.
The summons should, subject to the court's availability, be issued within the next few days, after which it will be served on Mr Johnson. The charges against Mr Johnson are indictable only, which means that any trial will be in a Crown Court.
The London Bridge inquest has been shown CCTV footage of one of the attackers buying knives from a discount supermarket before the stabbings. It's also emerged the original target may have been Oxford Street. Belgium's former king has finally agreed to a DNA test demanded by a 51-year-old woman who claims to be his daughter. 84-year-old King Albert II has never publicly denied being Delphine Boel's dad. Arsenal boss Unai Emery believes winning a trophy tonight is more important than securing Champions League football for next season. They face London rivals Chelsea in the Europa League final in Azerbaijan. Emery says his primary motivation is to win.
The first objective is to play for the possibility to win one title. And after this, the second is also help you to achieve the Champions League. But the first target is to show our supporter and to win for our supporter, for all us, one title.
And James Corden is heading back home for a new UK version of The Late Late Show. It will be the third time the US programme's visited. That's the latest. I'm Annie Green.
You're listening to Solihull Radio.
There you go. That was, of course, Spoon Man there by the amazing Soundgarden. What a loss Chris Cornell was. Welcome back to the Solihull Radio Rock Show, or if you've just joined us, welcome. This is the kind of, I say, lighter hour. I also tend to play a bit of the weirder stuff in this hour. So if you'd like to make a request of me, please go ahead and email me at studio@solihullradio.com, or you can text it studio and your message to 82228, and that will reach me, and then I'll play whatever song you've got a hankering to hear. So next up, we have a bit of a longer song, so fair warning, if you're not a fan of that, this may be the tea time. This is by a band I've played fairly regularly, but they're just fantastic. It's Riverside, and this is Saturate Me, so please stay and listen if you like. Yeah, well, not if you like. Please stay and listen. I hope you like this.
I'm invisible. my invisible life. I don't wanna feel like I'm no one anymore. I don't wanna feel like I'm no one anymore. I don't wanna feel like I'm no one anymore. I don't wanna feel like I'm no one anymore. I don't wanna feel like I'm no one anymore. I don't wanna feel like I'm no one anymore.
There you go. That was Saturate Me There by Riverside, who just have, I think, them right beautiful songs. So I enjoyed that, even if you weren't made a cup of tea. So next on my playlist, we have a short song. We've got some short songs in here as well, just to offset that. And this is a song called Razor Dance, and this is by Richard Thompson. So you've got a bit of folk rock coming your way.
After the death of 1,000 kisses comes the catacomb of tongues. Who can spit the meanest venom from the poison of their lungs? The cruelest dance is the razor dance, circling and circle around. He said, she said, she said, he said, well, to put the other one down. The razor dance. This time gone too far. This time can't heal the sky. I want to break out of this spin. The gravity's pulling me in. The razor dance. The razor dance. What flies straighter than an arrow? What cuts deeper than a lance? Your wit may shine on the withering line. Cruelest dance is the razor dance. The razor dance. The razor dance. Blood boils, tears burn. Some people never learn. If time could crawl back and cheat out, and mischievous tongues could untell. But that's not the meaning of hell. Take your pilots for the razor dance. Take your pilots for the razor dance. Take your pilots for the razor dance. The razor dance. The razor dance. The razor dance.
There you go. That was Richard Thompson there with The Razor Dance. So we have some more. We still have plenty of time for music. It's only 7:15, pretty much. I think it's 17 minutes past, but we'll call it 7:15. Next up, we have a song called Mr. Big by Free, and this just has an absolutely amazing bass solo in it. So you don't get many bass solos, so I'm hoping you'll stick around for this one.
got so much love that you saved it all for me. Oh, I would not be lying. That's the way it's got to be. So, Mr. Bigger, you better watch out. And don't you hang around me. Oh, for you now, I will dig a great big hole in the ground. Oh, let me tell you, I don't care who you are, so don't explain. Just get out of here and don't come back again. I don't want a thing from you. I don't want to give them nothing too. Get out of here before I lose my cool. Mr. Bigger. You now, I will dig, yeah, a great big hole in the ground, yeah. Oh, I will dig it deep. in the ground.
There you go. That was Free There with Mr. Big. Isn't that a great song with a great bass solo in there? You don't often hear the words great bass solo, but I think that is one. Not kind of a boring or humdrum one. It's quite interesting. So next up we have another request, the first request of the second hour, and this is for Mark, and he has requested If the Kids Are United by Sham 69. So here you go, Mark. Enjoy. There you go. That was Sham 69 with If the Kids Are United there for Mark. I hope you enjoyed that. And that kind of leads us on to quite well to our next song, which is from the post-punk genre rather than punk. And this is Joy Division with She's Lost Control.
Father.
There you go. That was the legendary Joy Division there with She's Lost Control. So, carrying on with the kind of little playlist I've got going on, we have a song called Genius now by Kings of Leon. It's one of their less known songs. It's off their first album, which doesn't really get much radio play because it's very different from their kind of more well-known stuff. It's much more punk and much more edgy, I find, but still quite poppy and accessible. So here is Genius by Kings of Leon.
Everybody wants to be a showman. Yeah, they all got another one. Everybody think they got a genius. Everybody got me on the run. Sometimes I think they should come here just so you say that you can. And I can't get alone in my bathroom. I need to give myself a hand. Yo, creeping underneath my skin. Fuck you and your flash. All snapping my picture again. You drink all my whiskey. You still on my smoke and you're crowded all around me like I got nowhere to go. I'm gonna roll back and me until time for you to go. I'm gonna spill at your fat drink. I'll be the king running as a will. I ain't looking to make no difference, no. You keep sticking to me like a prickly porcupine. You're getting your information from the grocery checkout line. Are you still confessing of your little girl obsession? Cause I was only messing and I had a little time. I was gonna roll back and get till time for you to go. I'm gonna spill at your fat drink. I'll be the king running in the world. I ain't looking to make no doubt that no.
There you go, that was Kings of Leon there with Genius from their first album. So we have had another request through, and this one is for Shelley. Shelley has requested The Big Money by Rush. So here you go, Shelley, enjoy. There you go. That was Rush there with Big Money for Shelley. So I hope you enjoyed that. So next up on our little playlist, we've got a bit of a love song. And this is a song called Living in the Rose by New Model Army. So I hope you enjoyed this little bit of a change of pace.
Well, the lovers they kiss, slowly they turn for joy in a breath. There is nothing in time, 1,000,000,000 years. Before we crash in the sun, and I know we will be still here in her arms, in the thick black night. We could lie in the grass, gaze at the sky, and watch the satellites pass 1,000,000,000 miles. The earth she will turn, still we will be here in her arms. If we could float away in our dreams, there's a city that waits under the sea. Living in the rose, the seeded love, slow note, scented air, heavy warm whispers, touching. Before we crash in the sun, and I know we will be still here in her arms, here in
There you go. So a nice little love song for your Wednesday, just to get your fix if you're a bit of a lovebird. So next up, we have a song not typically by a rock artist, as a couple of others, well, one other I should say, on tonight's show will be, and that is a song by David Bowie. Obviously, later in his career, he became more of a pop star, but towards the early half of his career, he did a couple of rock albums. So this is off his infamous Ziggy Stardust album, and this is Lady Stardust.
Stare at the makeup on his face, laughed at his long black hair, his animal grace. The boy in the bright blue jeans jumped up on the stage, played his stardust, sang songs of darkness and disgrace, and he was all right. The band was all together, yes, he was all right. The song went on forever, yes, he was all night. Really quite out of sight, and he sang all night long. Then fades out, emerged from shadows to watch this creature fair. Boys stood upon their chairs to make their point of view. I smiled sadly for a love I could not obey. Lady Stardust sang songs of darkness and dismay, and he was all right. The band was all together, yes, it was all right. The song went on forever, and he was up all night. Really quite paradise, and he sang all night long. Oh, how I sighed when they asked if I knew his name. Oh, there was all right. The band was all together, yes, he was all right. And the song went on forever. He was up all night, really quite paradise. He sang all night long.
There you go. Who doesn't love a bit of David Bowie? That was Lady Stardust there by David Bowie off his Ziggy Stardust album. Now we've had a last minute request here, and that is for Living on a Prayer by Bon Jovi. So this has been requested by Donna, so here you go. This is Living on a Prayer.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
There you go, for Donna there we've had Living on a Prayer. So I've just noticed the time and we are definitely going to run over, but I don't mind if you don't mind. So we're going to carry on with the music. So next up we have Black Light Burns with Cruel Melody. This is a bit more of an indie song, so if you're an indie fan, this is for you.
Break a promise, I'd tell 1,000 lies.
There you go. That was Blacklight Burns there with Cruel Melody. Hope you enjoyed that. So we're coming to the final two songs of the evening. The next one is kind of a much softer song than you're used to hearing on this show. And this is by a band that aren't typically a rock band, but I wanted to throw them in anyway because I was feeling a bit adventurous. So the next song I'm going to put on is The Fix by Elbow, who are much more akin to an easy listening band these days. So this is Elbow with The Fix featuring Richard Hawley.
There's a night I'm gonna dance home at Epsom. The fix is in. Can't wait to see how it upsets him. Too many times we've been postally pipped. We've loaded the saddles, the Mickeys are slipped. We're swapping the turf for the sand and the surf and the skin. 'Cause the fix is in. The fix is in. The odds that I got were delicious. The fix is in. The jockey is cocky and vicious. The redoubtable beast has had Pegasus pills. We'll buy him a patch in the Tuscany hills, and the Vino de Vici will flow like a river in spring. Now the fix is in. The fix is in. The snaps of the steward so candid. The fix is in. Yes, our pigeons have finally landed. The Donahue sisters will meet us in France. In penguins and pearls, we'll drink and we'll dance till the end of our days, 'cause it ain't left a chance that we win. 'Cause the fix is in.
There you go. That was Elbow there with The Fix. So not a typical rock song, but like I said, I'm feeling adventurous, and that's going to show in our album of the week. Yes, it is finally time for that. It is the closing song of the week, and there's a reason for that. But first, I will play the album of the week theme, as is to become a tradition. So, this week's album of the week is called Overphlegathon, I think it is. It's an ancient Greek word, so I can't be held accountable for getting it wrong. And this is a very adventurous choice for an album of the week. It's sort of an ambient, kind of doomy, gloomy album with some very strange soundscapey things. It's probably classified as some kind of weird drone subgenre, but I thought it was kind of cool, and so I wanted to share it with you. So the single song I'm deciding to play, because it is quite a long one, I didn't want to put you through 3 as I usually do, I have chosen to play out the show on, is called Queen Overphlegathon, and it's very interesting, I think anyway. The music video is also very interesting because it's lots of old kind of 1920s, 1930s film clips that have been distorted and kind of spliced together to make a very strange, surreal video. So, the album is by a band called Five the Hierophant, who I know nothing about. There is nothing, you can't really find anything about them. They're mystery people. And it seems they just dropped this album out of nowhere and people have started listening to it. So I'm going to pass it on to you as well. So here is Five the Hierophant with Queen Overphlegathon. There you go. That was Five the Hierophant there with Queen over Phlegathon. If any of you made it through that, and if anybody is still listening, thank you very much for joining me on the show. I will be back at the same time next week at 6 p.m. on a Wednesday evening. If you're listening on catch up, thank you for downloading. If you like what you hear here, go over to the Solihull Radio page, give that a like on Facebook, and go find my presenter page, which is at Rock Radio Jake, and give that a like. Send me a message, put a comment down, tell me what you think. Any suggestions for anything you want in the show, that's where you direct it to. So I have been Jake, thank you very much, and this is going to be a very understated, well, not understated, but different goodbye. So thank you very much, and I will see you next week.
You're listening to Solihull Radio.